right? And in particular, if they are not too specific with calling God by any specific name, that's even more of a plus. But I could see around the labels as well and appreciate the content. Really, really enjoy Wade in the Water. I really enjoy the analogy and the story of Moses and obviously the villain in that story, the Pharaoh, and the lessons that we learn from it. And the constant call that we need to continue to make, and that is for people to be set free. Right? Freedom is not just physical bondage, which most of us are somewhat free from, the actual chains on our hands, but freedom is economic freedom. Freedom is mental freedom as well, so that you are able to think beyond the barriers and the confines that they put for you. You are able to think beyond what they tell us to think. Right? From the time we are born and we put out in this world, we are out here, we have a plethora, we have so much bombarding our minds. We have so much trying to program the way we think. We have a language that we are given to speak in this part of the world, this English, whatever, right, this Latin, whatever language. We have a culture. The way people do things that we look at and we pattern. The way we speak as Trinbagonians, it differs from area to area a little bit. You would have different dialects. You would have different sounds. So according to your environment, you are programmed, if you want to use that word. You are taught to think a certain way. And we have to realize that that is what has transpired. In even myself, I would have been exposed to an environment. I would have been exposed to different people, in particular, of course, my parents. Blessings to my mother this morning, who would have been instrumental in my upbringing. I don't know why when I talk about mother, gosh, and upbringing, you think about the slippers that you used to get your little whack with, or whatever else is in hand, love, absolute love, the licks of love, right? But beyond that, the nurturing, the caring, I don't know how my mother would have done it. 7 of us, the magnificent 7 that my father used to call us. But that would have shaped us. Not so much, the fathers are less present, but equally important, especially as well, I can't even say especially, to both the male and the female, to both children, male and female, and a young man or a boy looking on consciously or subconsciously, the inheritance of genes as well. And you looking on the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they relate to your parents, their spouse, which is your other parent. Right? So we would watch, we would learn. If he's respectful, if he speaks with love, if he's kind, and you pattern that behavior. So much of what we do is learned. So we have to understand these things, We have to understand the impact of culture and music. You know, these stories that we are taught, not just through our Bible, our Quran, our Bhagavad Gita, or whatever else, not through, you know, just these spiritual texts as well, which should be essential in our lives, but also through these other mechanisms, music and film. When the spirituals sing, you know, let my people go, just like in the story of Pharaoh, where he kept the children of Israel in bondage, enslaved them, worked them, and we call and we call and we want our people to be set free. I continue in that vein because we realize that different types of bondage have been created for us. We are bonded by paycheck to paycheck. We bonded by the need to earn in a society where you need things, where water belongs to the Water and Sewage Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, and really and truly you should have permission to tap into a well or a water course, etc. So they say, you know, we are bonded because land that God has created is owned by different people now, and you can't just go somewhere and stand up and call it yours. For a matter of fact, whatever land is not owned by some private entity is owned by this thing we call now the state of Trinidad and Tobago. And they have terms if you go on that land and build or live or, you know, just exist on it, you know, squatting, etc. So it's different. And we have to understand the dynamics, and we have to have people who are willing to let our people go, who are willing to free people from bondage. Work is essential, yes, and I know in the structure of societies they want to encourage work and production and whatever else. We have advanced so far in the way that our systems are structured. And I say advanced far, I'm not saying that it's also positive or whatever, but we have advanced to a stage where, you know, they want production and they drive production through wages. They drive production through that fear as well, that if you do not work, you do not earn, you do not eat. So it is necessity, which is a somewhat of a form of bondage. We don't work sometimes because we understand that we must contribute to our general well-being and take care of each other. We work sometimes just to survive. And if we are working with that mindset, sometimes we certainly sometimes don't enjoy what we do, and our attitudes and our efforts sometimes are not on par to where they are supposed to be. This conditioning and training of the mind is just so important. So, you know, I really like that song. I took the opportunity this morning to play it. Only forgive me if I wanted to hear something else. And then, of course, I also played another one of my favorite songs, which is John Mayer's Waiting on the World to Change. And I feel that really encapsulates a strong feeling I had as a young man, not so young anymore, but even a strong feeling that I continue to have. And I pray that I am able, by the grace of God, by His strength, to not have that feeling throughout the entirety of my life. And that is a feeling, that you're waiting on the world to change because you don't feel as though you have innate in you the power of yourself to change it. You're doing what you can do, but to some extent it is beyond your power, which is a realization of reality as well. Because, in all honesty, in my belief, it is something that is beyond just us, and we need the power of the Almighty as well to be able to achieve anything. We just came out of Ramadan, this exceptional period of fasting for Muslims. So many people joined us in Eid. I don't know if all joined us in fasting, right? But so many people joined us in Eid, and we welcome you all. Thank everyone who came to the center, community center for Eid celebrations with us. We were absolutely delighted to host you all. And we, in this understanding and this practice of faith, we say that there is no power and might except through God. Even the power and the strength that we have as human beings, whatever we have, it is God-given. We were nothing, as the Quran sometimes describes it, a detested fluid, something that if it falls on you, you want to wash it off. And through the process of life, that physical as well, but also something more than that, we come into this world and have a spirit and life, whatever is in us. And that power, we didn't give ourselves. That existence, we did not make it happen. Even our parents, they do something, they do some part it, but they don't really make it happen. So there is no power or might except through God. And John Mayer's lament, where he sings, he understands that life is not fair. He understands that things are not right. And he waiting for the world to change. Is one that I feel many, many young people have. Some have given up hope. Some just take it as it is. But we must do whatever we can. Whatever we could do. Whatever we can do. Young, old, because I'm not just speaking to young people either. We must do whatever we can. And may God bless all those who are listening who, in whatever small ways, help to make the world better, to make whatever space you live in, whatever home you live in, whatever village you live in, whatever church you live in, whatever space, God bless you for whatever you do to make it better. So we take a little break and then we'll come back in.
Business owners, are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with The Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on The Street 919 FM.
You citizens, you will be the real heroes in this story. Do not be afraid. No weapon formed against us shall ever prosper.
This is a public service announcement.
So tonight I want to take a moment.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Kamla Prasad Bisasa. I am the proud daughter of Rita Prasad. Together with my father, they created the first woman Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I don't run away from any fight. My wounds are on my chest because I lead my party from the front. We are strategic. We are highly focused. We are well prepared. With your help, on April 20th, I will be the second female Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
On April 20th, 2025, the parade grounds comes alive for a blend of genres, offering something for all ages and tastes. Experience a night of great music and unforgettable vibes at Fusion. Dance to the music of Wayne Wonder.
Got somebody, she is a beauty.
Wayne Wonder.
Searching and searching.
Wayne Wonder. Buju Banton.
Go if you want, girl, I won't stop you.
Graham Smogan, Kess the Band, and many more. Indulge in the infectious energy on Easter Sunday with soulful melodies and electrifying beats with special performances in store to captivate you. Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. April 20th at Parade Grounds, Dwight York Stadium. Fusion, Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
The countdown has begun. One Caribbean Music Festival. This is not just a concert. This is an experience. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. Vybz Kartel. Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queen's Park, Savannah. A movement. A moment in history. The undisputed icon. Vybz Kartel.
Oh, you love the touch. See, don't gonna cheer where you want so much.
Delivering a performance like never before. One Caribbean Music Festival. Straight from Portmore to the Queen's Park, Savannah. The World Boss returns. And he's not coming along. May 31st, 2025. Queen's Park, Savannah.
Get your tickets online on Island e-Tickets. For more information, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival.
Powered by
California Stucco
Company Limited and sponsored by Cache.
The World Boss returns.
Trinidad, let's do it.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be a crazy. Man, you see that what I can't take with all you. All right, let me do this. Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide, Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Clip Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
Keep your money safe, let your money grow. Keep your money safe, let your money grow. You can trust, unit trust, a Trinbagonian institution for every single generation. You can trust, unit trust, let us show you how to be wealthy. Come to us, while you sleep you can grow your money. Unit trust, secure your future financially. Unit trust.
You're occupying a home and need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace, so secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
If the THA had the powers, then our public servants in Tobago will not be working on 2013 salaries. They are going to the parliament to treat with that.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
They are going there to ensure that we can finally, through the autonomy bills for Tobago, ensure that Tobagonians have more control over the public service.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
And we are back. I want to play something that kind of epitomizes what Trinidad and Tobago is. How blessed we are, how diverse.
Some say it's temptation we can't resist, that has the world today in this crisis. Some believe that Jesus is the answer. Some say it's Alaranja and Jehovah. On every corner, on every junction, they say that the way to freedom is religion. As we build churches, mosques and temples, mankind getting into deeper troubles. Are hearing la ilaha illallah, Om Hare Krishna Hare Rama, hearing Hail Mary and Hallelujah, and things not getting any better. We sing all our religious songs, just from the tips of our tongues. It's not coming from our hearts and soul. That's why the devil taking control. They're singing la ilaha illallah, Om Hare Krishna Hare Rama, Holy Hail Mary and Hallelujah. Sing from your heart so we could prosper. I beg you to sing from your heart so we could prosper. Sing from your heart, sing from your heart, yeah, sing from your heart. Come on, hey. I don't know if it is all in my mind, as religion finds more space, I see more crime. They say the Messiah, Jesus came, but it wasn't for himself, fortune or fame. He walked the streets and gave his sermon. Today is big buildings and air condition. It begs me to question their leadership function and the true purpose of religion. Are hearing la ilaha illallah, Om Hare Krishna Hare Rama, hearing Hail Mary and Hallelujah, and things not getting any better. We sing all our religious songs, just from the tips of ilaha illallah. Om Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Holy Hail Mary and hallelujah. Sing from your heart so we could prosper. I beg you to sing from your heart so we could prosper. Religion is not the doorway, it is the path. It's not about clean clothes and dirty hearts. These small fries continue to fill the jail, while the big fish they believe heaven is for sale. So if you feel that your God counting sheep, trust me, the God that you serve, he doesn't sleep. Cause in this world, so many things matter. We mix up terrorism for jihad. Our hearing la ilaha illallah. Om Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hearing Hail Mary and hallelujah.
You're logged on, so we taking the call. Why not? Morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, young Barker. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago.
And pleasant good morning to you as well, man.
Pleasant good morning. I just logged on, though I know it's a long holiday, so you have been just taking some rest, I believe, before today's show.
Yeah, and we taking it easy. We taking it easy today, man.
Yeah, but I just want to mention a few things because I know election is in the air in terms of April the 20th, right? And I know you're very passionate about this. But I looked at most of the political parties that is entering the race, even new upcoming ones, right? My question to you is one. Is the new National Vision entering the election race, this general election?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I will be contesting a seat in Port of Spain, personally in my capacity. And I would have wished to be able to do much more, but the financial constraints of 10 years of difficulty have put my party in a position where there's only so much we can do. So we will concentrate and challenge one seat. And we will be involved as well otherwise where we see fit.
Yeah, because I know your party have been in existence, as you stated, 10 years. I'm not sure if it is 10 years going strong or 10 years register and just not being consistent, right? Because I know we all are passionate about politics, and sometimes the negative criticism might kind of defeat you. Because I mean, I have also placed in a situation in my life where I did indeed throw my hat in the ring to represent on a local level, and yeah, because of the party and because of the naysayers and the negativity that was told by the executive of the party, I weren't successful because myself presented myself towards the screening committee. I know that I did a good job, exceptional job rather. What I did for myself though, and because I have the passion for politics and the passion for country, I enrolled myself into a political science degree at the University of the West Indies. And that is where I actually received the toughest battles in my life from academics, from my colleagues at UWE, from persons in society. But you know what? Even though I started in 2020, the consistency continues. Whereas I am on my last semester, my last 2 semesters actually, which I would be completed in July of 2025, right? And I started in 2020, so the battlefield was really rough. And I had no finances to pay UWE at times, and the list goes on, right? But you know, these same set persons were sitting on that seat you were sitting on, and they stated all kinds of things about me. 5 years pass, and they remain in the same position. 5 years pass for me, and I can now cross the university stage in my blue gown and my bat with a political science degree. And you know, I'm so proud of myself because the same said person stated all kind of things about me, and I can now have discussions on a platform. I can make decisions for not decisions. I can advise and make and have leaders make decisions based on my inputs, and I could also be a political scientist. Right now I'm a budding one, and I could also be a policy maker. I can manage a consulate, and the list goes on with that political science degree. Whilst they will come on the airwaves and they will go in political campaigns, not qualify and mislead the population. So the reason for the question is for you, the consistency. I mean, unfortunately, you don't have the finances, and I wish you had the finances because I know the passion you have for politics and the change you want to see in terms of Trinidad and Tobago.
I have no passion for politics. I have a passion for people, and that's what politics is supposed to be about. Yeah, because if you look at what politics supposedly is and people, the actions nowadays, it really leaves a lot to be desired. That is the best way I could put it. But yeah, keep striving and go forward. Develop yourself as well, not just in the traditional forms of education as well, but in a holistic, full way spiritually as well. You cannot lead a people, you cannot guide a people if you cannot guide and lead yourself as well. We have to work on ourselves as human beings if we want to lead other people. Right? So blessings, brother. Keep working at it.
All right. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Good morning, brother. What's happening?
Blessed morning, Fuad. Salaam alaikum. And we had a nice day yesterday.
Wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you, my brother, and peace be unto the entirety of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me take the opportunity to remind me, Eid Mubarak to everyone, blessings. May God guide this nation, right? And also, on the auspicious event of Shouter Baptist Liberation Day as well, blessings and greetings to all those who follow that faith and that fraternity as well.
Fuad, yesterday was the Muslim Community Day, a peace and love and sharing and thinking. I see the Prime Minister went down by some mosque somewhere down in South down there and giving the zakat and telling the plan them vote for him. You see that?
You had to come with that this morning. You usually had trouble, Yeah, I see something, so I ain't paying too much attention to what he say, how he say it, if he mean take $20 and vote for me or what I don't know.
Remember the day the first, the election month.
He went and he did something. He did something that they usually do at that mosque. At other mosques as well is an interesting practice where they hand out money, right? I mean, you could call it charity. I really would encourage them not to film it next time.
But David Mohammed place up there.
Yeah.
For the last 9 years, we ain't seen no Prime Minister, nobody go up there and give David Mohammed that love and talk to you, send them up in there, up there.
No, well, it's election time. It's election time, so a couple of them will have come to the center over the past week. Yeah?
All right.
Not Stuart Young himself, but other emissaries have come. We had iftar with Kazim Hussein and Adrian Leons, and I saw brother David Naked came. Foster Cummins came, Kareem Marcel came. It's that time,
Yeah, it's that time. That is the time. I knew you that man custom giving, and I knew you looking to go for the party, and you're not begging for no vote. So I looked on listening.
Yeah, man. Blessings. For sure. I'm not begging for votes. I'm asking people for that enormous responsibility to represent their needs and their desires in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago, to also try to guide as well that particular community, Port of Spain South, in a better direction, to advocate to whoever has that responsibility in central government of distribution of the resources of our country, to pay attention to the ailing parts of our society. Economically, there are some challenged and ailing parts of our society, and I've always been taught by my father as well that you give attention to your child that is sick. If you have a sick child, yes, you have 4 children, you would usually try to spread your attention and your love and your care, etc., to all 4 of them as equally as possible. But if one is sick, if one is ill, if one has serious challenges as compared to the other 3, you need to pay attention to that child. You need to pay specific and increased attention and care to that child. And you can apply that to the situation that is taking place in terms of our society. There is a particular problem that is wider than just the urban youth, but that in particular affects the urban youth tremendously. Sorry, call. I was not about to take the call. So I will offer myself in that capacity, and I hope to help others who I see as good representatives, who I see as being able to chart a course for the betterment of Trinidad and Tobago. I will try to assist them as well in encouraging and convincing the population to support, so that we could chart a way forward. For me, what exists is not satisfactory, and we cannot continue all things being the same. We cannot continue. That is certainly an understanding for me. The way that people in Trinidad and Tobago, working people, the way that the poor and disadvantaged, the way that young people have been treated over the past, not just 10 years, but it could be more, but particularly over the past 10 years, irks me to my bone, beyond my bones, to my bone marrow, the arrogance. And arrogance is not a trait of righteousness or godliness, it's a trait of the devil. The arrogance that I have seen displayed by people who are supposed to serve us is tremendous. The lack of inclusion of real people, like people who have some substance in them, who have some love, who are God-fearing, the lack of inclusion in the processes and leadership is not satisfactory for me. Like I don't believe that these leaders should be coming to the churches, mosques, and mandirs to pappy show us and ask us for their vote. I think we should be leading them in their spiritual upliftment so that they can resist the challenges of power and wealth, and they can actually serve the people the way that they are supposed to be served. You know, I believe that God-fearing people, good people, are supposed to be the ones who lead Trinidad and Tobago. And, even in that understanding, no one is perfect. You have to fight yourself. But at least those who are still carrying out that battle of self now, continuously, you have to challenge yourself and fight yourself to be good, to not do wrong, to fix the little problems you may have, to get closer to the Creator, to give, to be kind, to share, to love, to be selfless. That's a constant battle we have inside ourselves, and we should be trying to win that. But when you see people who, by their actions and their words, seem to have given up that battle, seem to be full-fledged in worship of money and power, who look down on their fellow man, who walk with a nose, I don't want to, earlier I might have some boogers in my nose, I don't want to read, who walk with their nose up in the air, who trample on people, whose attitudes towards others, demeaning, disrespectful, lack of humility. When you see those individuals monopolizing the corridors of with what is supposed to be service, we need to change that. We need to really change that. When you see men who are full-fledged in desire of wealth and self, and they use their wealth to take advantage of others, nothing upsets me more than a man who uses whatever, sometimes it's not even his wealth, but his authority and his position to take advantage of women. Nothing irks me more. Nothing upsets me more than that type of advantageous behavior. That lack of humanity. And the way you look towards a woman and you can't see your mother, you can't see, and you don't have that love and that care, where your disposition is to protect. Is to protect. When you see that, that's not in keeping. And yes, they go come to the mosque, yes, they go into the churches, they all over. I seen them. They bombard the Shouter Baptists, they bombard the mosque, they bombard the temples, I'm sure. But their behavior, their attitude is ungodly. And I think that's what, why I really like Chucky Gordon's song, what's the name of it? From the Heart. Because as much as we say we religious and so much of us attend so many spiritual places, I don't know, no? I really don't know. Morning, caller.
Peace be upon you this beautiful day, my good brother.
Hey, blessings to you as well, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Eid Mubarak again.
Eid Mubarak to you there, brother. I had a couple of times to listen to the radio because I only get to listen in the car. I tell myself, boy, today is a public holiday. Remember, I just go outside and turn on the radio and see Brother Fuad. To my great surprise, I hear your beautiful voice on the radio, brother. I'm so pleased.
And I'm pleased to be here with you all as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, I love what you're saying on the radio. Keep it up. Keep it up. Because we have to open our eyes, especially of the ones who call themselves our leaders. We have to open our eyes. And it would be a really beautiful thing if you could represent the people. Because, you have it in your heart for the people. I drive around town yesterday and I see various communities like Nelson Street and George Street celebrating the holiday, and I come out my car and went in and joined with the people, and everybody, boy, the kind of love you have in the community is nothing like what you read in the papers. This one shoot that one, that one kill that one, Rasta versus Muslim. All them things is seem to be some of force perpetrating that on the people now. The kind of love you have in them areas. Man, don't talk about love too. There's only love coming out there. Brother, I hope to see you rise in your ability to influence our decision makers. I know you're not a man who's seeking after any glory for yourself or self-gratification. And I say we because we love to hear your voice. I want to share one thing, we call people by various colors, the black man, the man, red man, white man. We are the original man. If we have one original man, right? Yes, they call him the black man. But original man, everybody comes from him. And everybody will return to him eventually. Oh my brother, may the Almighty God, Allah, continue to uplift you and to give you the courage and strength to speak the truth. Brother David had a beautiful sermon yesterday. I wish the whole Trinidad could hear that. My brother, I love you and keep up the good work. Have a blessed day.
You too, brother. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Not love until endless love among our people in the harshest of circumstances, the most treacherous conditions. We are still able to show so much love to each other. I telling you. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Oh yes, morning, Imam Fuad Abubakar. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am President Trinidad and Tobago Village. I always maintain that who hear me must know me. So Abubakar, you say you're going up for a seat income. Well, you alone. That party is a one-man party.
Yeah, man. One and all the people who want goodness and love, they with me. So it could be one, it could be 1,000, it could be 10,000. It's up to the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, I like that. I like how you start the day. Because I call in for 12. We will continue what we're talking. I call in for 12 in four corners of Trinidad in an equaling situation where we will have four less, not 12 constituencies that vying. But here what's happening. Now, I want to put some talk on the floor. The black agenda in Trinidad and Tobago, David Mohammed, yourself, and so forth. There is 9 ministries that David Mohammed and the black agenda is creating. Basically, I put out a program, 12 ministries. The same, more or less, the agenda of the government, the same agenda of the black agenda, and the same agenda of the ministries and portfolios that I put out is about the same, because our system is already based on the ministries that we have as Trinidad and Tobago ministries. Now, my position of putting the 12 is to have 12 positions in Trinidad and Tobago, which will hold a complete circle of the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to 13 and 14 because we're still dealing with the 12 disciples and 12 disciplines. So in that now, what I was expecting is that the people will come out and form an organization. So that organization now will be able to, as the people, hold disciplines and all these different portfolios and them as a shadow governmental system. so that they were able to put those 12 executive members inside of the parliament, which link it now, as the ministries are done, as you going up for one, should I have 11 more. Now, my consciousness of that you being a Muslim.
Prezi, just hold on for a second, right? We're going to go to the break, and then you'll come back in. Yeah, we just have a couple seconds, right? So you all, we have to pay the bills as well, and we'll be back in shortly.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232 or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Active General Traders Limited launches our AC Delco Tobago Service Center, now conveniently located in number 100 Sherwood Park, Conby, Tobago. We are the importers and distributors for the most famous and reliable battery brands such as AC Delco, Aurora, and Zahi. Also available are the AGM Start-Stop Marine and commercial batteries with warranties for up to 36 months. For more info, call us today at 639-8592 or email us at activegen.tt@gmail.com. AC Delco Service Center, where we have a battery for every need and a price for every budget. Nobody beats AC Delco. Nobody.
Tobago! Get ready! The biggest, the baddest, and longest weekend of the year is coming! It is coming!
Caribbean girl, me know for tick, me know for top. Yeah, man, I watch my body like say them, I watch a man.
From Friday, April 18th to Monday, April 21st, it's 4 days of non-stop vibes. Vibes Event Space. We're setting the week on fire! Ignite, the longest weekend kickoff on Friday, April 18th. The energy high, the music mud, the vibes explosive. One girl every day. A legendary event with legendary vibes. Drink specials all night. Free entry all weekend long. Free entry all weekend long. The longest weekend. The longest weekend. At Vibes Event Space, formerly known as the Shade Night Club. It's more than a weekend. It's a movement. Tobago, get ready. The biggest, the baddest, and the longest weekend of the year is coming. The celebration of the year is here. We invite you to join us on Easter Monday, April the 21st at the Vibes Event Space, formerly known as the Shade Nightclub Tobago, for Black Culture Sound Anniversary Party. Doors open from sundown. Free entry before midnight. Me I tell you, a night of high energy, music, culture, and non-stop vibes. So ladies, gather your teams. Man them for roll up in the vibes. Look out for live performance by God Night, France Job, Shubi. Plus, look out for a surprise soca artist. Also, a surprise reggae artist. So me I tell you massive, it's gonna be non-stop energy with DJs like 45 Assassin, DJ Dareem, Active Hive, Kingston and Flambo, Main Squeeze, Cybernetic Sound, King Legal and Country Boy Shine, DJ party, Mr. Fearless, Symphonics International, Article Fire from Silvercat Sound Station, and a surprise brethren coming up from Trinidad. Hey, this is a party you definitely can't miss. Black Culture's anniversary. Be there.
On April 28, Tobago faces a defining moment in history, one that will shape our island's destiny for generations to come. Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor, Tobago West. Vote Joel Sampson.
I am Joel Nutsi Sampson, area representative of the beautiful electoral district of Bonaccord Crown Point. I have seen firsthand how many of Tobago's challenges go beyond the Assembly's reach. Issues like national security, budget allocations, and the fight for our fair share require strong representation at the national level. That's why I am willing to step forward to make the move from area representative of Bonaccord Crown Point to becoming your next member of parliament for Tobago West.
Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
TNT, we're inviting you to be all in as we write a new chapter with Prime Minister Stuart Young. On Wednesday, April 2nd, San Fernando, the People's National Movement will be having a public meeting at Harris Promenade. Then on Saturday, April 5th, we're heading to Tunapuna. Meet us at Exodus Pan Theatre. Join us, hear from our Prime Minister, the Honorable Stuart Young, and a lineup of powerful speakers that are all in for you and TNT. San Fernando, see you on Wednesday, April 2nd. Tunapuna, be all in with us on Saturday, April 5th. All meetings start at 7 p.m. Tune in live on all major TV and radio stations and PNM's social media platforms. On April 28th, be all in for TNT. Vote PNM. Great is the PNM.
Let's welcome on stage
One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st, 2025 at Queen's Park, Savannah. The king of dancehall will take the stage after 13 years. The World Boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Come over now, come over now.
VIP and VVIP tickets available at
519 Restaurant and Bar, C3 Mall, San Fernando, Pompey's Barbershop, Port Mall, Scarborough, Trade Monkey, Crown Point, Waterholics, Pigeon Point, and East Bay Fashion, Spring Garden Trace, and online on Island E-Tickets. For more information or cabanas and special zones, call or WhatsApp 794-OCMF. That's 794-6263. Or log on to OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com.
All previously purchased tickets remain valid. One Caribbean Music Festival, Saturday, May 31st. The World Boss returns. Vibes Cartel.
Powered by
California Stucco.
And sponsored by Cache.
Love, respect to Trinidad. It's always a pleasure.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out, let me have a good time and let me enjoy yourself now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's gonna be a crazy.
Man, you see that I can't take with all you.
All right, let me do this.
Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen.
You can't win everything, brother.
The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Clip, Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
For general elections Monday, 28 April 2025, the Tobago People's Party, the TPP, is the only choice.
And so, without regard for the rough seas we have faced, we remain resolute that the anchor holds. And we are so resolute because we know who is in our vessel. Because when Jesus is in the vessel, you could smile at any storm.
If you voting in the East, vote for David Thomas. If you voting in the West, put your X next to Joel Sampson.
And Deputy Political Leader Dr. Bremner raised a salient point. that this may very well be Tobago's last opportunity to be in a strong negotiating position when it comes to Tobago's autonomy.
Vote for the anchor. Vote TPP for Tobago East and West.
Tobago, this is my land, the greatest little island.
Welcome to the Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival on April 19th, 2025. We invite you to an evening of smooth rhythms and soulful music as the sun dips behind Buku Bay. Let all your senses be tantalized. Enjoy an array of seafood dishes, browse crafts and designs created by local artisans, and lose yourself in the soulful melodies of John Sakata, Brian McKnight,
Undeniable that we should be together.
Bonnet Bigford,
When the lightning crack of the waters and the waves roll and break.
Mikal Tasia,
Where else I go, without you, my darling.
and the best of Tobago's talent. Get your physical tickets now. Tickets are also available online at islandetickets.com. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info or call 639-4441. The Buku Seafood and Jazz Festival, April 19th at Buku Integrated Facility. Tobago Rhythm and Soul Festival 2025. Feel the beat. Embrace the calm.
Tobago! After the Rhythm and Soul Festival Fusion Sunday, all roads lead to Vibes Event Space. All roads lead to Vibes Event Space. Formerly known as the Shade Nightclub. For the after party, it's where everyone's gonna be. Where will you be?
Yes, I can hear them saying, boys, stop living in the past.
Share the live.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live.
The Street 919 FM, the #1 election station.
Go ahead, Prezi. You're still on, you know. You're still on.
Okay, right. I know I fixing the thing in my mind because I know a lot in the system, how it works. No, so thank you for that even so. Now, let me get down to brass tacks here because the poor man is the man who suffer. The man who don't have the certificate, the education. I hear my brother Paul. Yeah, he's my brother. Don't even know, don't get no kicks with that. He's a brother. He's my brother. He have accolades. He bring out a lot of nice way. He reaches some nest and so forth. Okay, that is nice. Just like yourself, what you do, have others who do, they reach on top of it. I don't have a certificate in my hand. But the problem is that, now, since I don't have one, I don't mean to say that I exempt out of the society. Because I have an engineering brain. I have a brain that works. It could complete, it does things. It just don't have a certificate. No, but I have an idea. And that same idea is what I come out to talk about. Now, the same way how you find yourself as looking to be a representative in a constituency, I find it have more constituencies that 12 people, even out of Islam, because it's there I want to see them come from, especially where they are carrying a discipline. They carry disciplines that, oh, look at this nice month of Ramadan now pass here. We try to use our discipline, use it on the society. Put 12 people inside of the parliament. Now, these are things that are going to talk in a nice council with all the imams and them, which we have to bring that kind of meeting so that we could talk the things, so that we could gather all the Muslims in Trinidad. Tobago too, but basically what I want to deal with is Trinidad, because this consciousness is land to land. And when I say land to land, nation to nation, Tobago will have their own, Trinidad will have their own, and so forth, because it's a network, right? Now, in Trinidad, as we've seen, Trinidad, that gather the imams, so the consciousness could talk, because you decide to go into, then Islam going into politics. So that we could talk and bring out what was given to me by inspiration, the knowledge, and then we could work with it, than as putting 12 people inside of the parliament. Once we put those 12 people inside the parliament, not necessarily fighting to go to no prime minister, but this going to be in an organization which not going to be including the people. Because in the flow of the organization, month to month, by horoscope and by disciplines, every individual carrying a discipline, every individual carrying a portfolio, everybody carrying and it's going to be as 12 ministries. So it's a project that already set. All we have to do is acknowledge them. So if you could get all the imams, if Muslim going to be voting for Muslim, don't care what you say, because I understand what's going on with Muslim. And Muslim going to vote for Muslim. You have a portion of voters already. If you only do that, you may have a portion of voters right, which are you going in up right now because you have Muslim on your side. And Muslim have to stand up for Muslims in this case and make it happen. The rest of the world will follow. I telling you, the rest of the world will follow. As long as discipline governing our existence, and it is doing nice as best as we would like it to do, seeing that it's the Muslim doing it and they're doing it right and good, they will follow. So the point here is to get ourselves in position to do what you do. See, they could get on now the people of Islam who could buy you. To see if they could get the 12 people, build up the $5,000, and put themselves in position so that we could change the system with discipline. They wouldn't get ordinary people to do it outside just so, because plenty of them Christians, they say blah, 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 and they go be fragmented. But every Islam could put themselves in order to start to control discipline in Trinidad and Tobago. That's going to be beautiful. So if we could take that position now, it is good. I know where I am in the Islam situation. I know where I am in the Christian situation. Who know me, know me. But I put on grounds that we will make a good consensus, because it's all in my mind of what I know from since I was a child now, since I become president, and what I know, bringing it out of our country. I hope all you could take this non-certificate mind and use it, and let us change our country with disciplines. We need it badly. We need it badly. We need to change the parliament. We need to change that parliament with disciplines, because they are disorder, and it must have people who have that kind of discipline to maintain that happen. Watch with the integrity, be accountable, be responsible, get on the case. That's the only way we could do it, because we can't jihad. We can't go with no gun to government. We have to go with the mind. Gun wouldn't change the world even so. It's taught that will bring words that will bring change, that will change the place. So that we have to go there, and if we don't go there, better we form a revolution and kill one another for truth. I think we want that.
All right, thanks.
I think we want that.
Right? Thanks,
so I will pause there. I try my best to see if I can get people to wake up to let us follow something than follow nothing. Thank you.
Yeah. So sometimes what we try to say, people have said it already even better in song. This is also one of my favorite calypsos. Of course, I lean towards the younger generation as well. Urban Alves.
As a youth, I don't like couple things that I see, but we're pointing fingers at reflections of our doing. Patrick Manning guns that are robbing sons, daughters, priests and nuns, and division some having place where we clearly 2020 not showing. Watching down in amazement for my youth, man, the goal on each chest word more than you. The Guardian failed to express the news teller. No more refining we out, so we will burn. As a taxpayer, I don't really feel comfortable when my small changes are big joke for the honorable. Me back against the wall, so I risk it all to let the come for the ceiling to tall for we to touch the top when the answer's real questionable. So to the ones in authority, seriously are you serving we, protecting all your friends and family, but when we blessing the blame 1% in we name. I am here with a cup of reality, tea for you to go sip. Tell them what the bruise is real and it's about to be a crucifix. I am a nation forged in sin, like of accountability, boundless faith within. Oh, density I solemnly declare we hearing. When it rains, it pours. The rains had no pause, so it flood of course, but no lives were lost. Until the change in laws, it's only then the country start flooding. We don't say how we dump all we stove and fridge. Line up the river with we garbage. Throw the box out the car when the window down, so the water come down to show we who wrong. As a republic, we are the ones deserving the bashing. And right now, reality is the check that are cashing. It had no proper plan to build the island. Works of expansion, no consideration. And the builders don't care about nothing once the cash is stacking. So those who want things differently, pay attention to mistakes before we. Crucial is the mark of our legacy. When we place in the blame, put half up in we name. I am here with a cup of reality. Tea for you to gossip. Tell them what Hebrews is real and it's about to be a crucifix.
I could remember sitting down in grandstand listening to Irfan Alves, and I'm saying to myself, because I could feel the chill, that I am also responsible for where Trinidad and Tobago is. In the absence of strength to change what has happened or what is taking place, or in the complicity in just accepting what exists, feeling powerless. And I know without a doubt that so many of us can do better. Not just could do better with who we choose or whatever, but we could do better with ourselves. And we have to purify ourselves as a people. We cash in the check of the sins that we have sown as a people. Our arrogance, our ignorance, our selfishness, our greed, we cash in that in every single year. And we pointing all over, we point to the youths and this and that, and they don't want to work, and we pointing all over. But if you really analyze carefully, the finger points back at us. And I really want to appeal to all those who running down this thing called responsibility, this thing called whatever they think it is, power, whatever. You may be running down your own self-destruction. And if you don't strengthen yourself spiritually, you can't manage that. The trappings of power, the trappings of access to wealth, the trappings of responsibility. We need to really check ourselves. It is not all right. We need to pause. We need to understand what this is supposed to be about. Or what is it supposed to be about? What do we really believe in? The almighty dollar? What we believe in? What we believe in? Grandeur for ourselves? What do we believe in? And if we go in somewhere and we go in without God, we ain't going nowhere. If we go in without love for one another, if we go in without care, service to others, caring for the poor, the weak, if we go in there without, wherever we go in, if we go in without God, we think ourselves God, we think ourselves we're going to be powerful and whatever, we not going anywhere but to destruction. We must check ourselves. We must check ourselves, Trinidad and Tobago. Careful with the set of confusion, the noise, the this, the that. Check ourselves. All right, so I'll say that as we close, and we'll be back during the week. Love to everyone.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
On April 28th, Tobago faces a defining moment in history, one that will shape our island's destiny for generations to come. Vote for the Tobago People's Party. Put your X next to the anchor, Tobago West. Vote Joel Sampson.
I am Joel, not C. Sampson, area representative of the